Hey, everybody. This is
Yo,
your
yo,
weekly
yo,
dose
yo.
of Evercast.
Hello, everybody. Only 5 minutes late or 6 minutes late. We did good.
Only. Yeah,
Well, it depends. If your clock is running slow, you're on time.
right. No, it's Rich's fault. We were waiting on him, and then we get a message saying he's on his way. He's stuck at Walmart.
It's
So
always
who
Rich's fault.
knows? Right? Yeah. It's all Rich's. Yeah, it's all Rich's fault and all that. So of course, don't want to forget to introduce my friends here. Man, it's feel like forever since we've did this since last week. So to one side of me, we've got Pete Ever Canadian. What's up?
What's going on, people? How's everybody doing? I need to clean my desk. My desk is dusty. I need to clean my desk.
Oh, I don't let the dust bother me.
See, Pete can multitask. We don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm actually reinstalling the OS on my Aya Neo 2 because it's a Windows device.
I actually think I'm in the middle of buying stuff on Steam. I think I put stuff in my cart and never bought it.
Yeah. I also managed to get Jedi Survivor up to 28 frames per second on my Steam Deck.
Woohoo!
Like, what a crap show that's been. Don't buy it.
You heard it here first. And then below me here, we have the one and only
Crewman. I still can't believe I forgot to pre-order Tail Plan, and
How?
I still don't have
Two?
it. Like,
Oh, you mean the ones that people
that are coming out
already?
now? I forgot to pre-order them. You know that, right?
I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it twice.
Oh.
But I did get it ordered in now, and it's going to be delivered May 1st. When is May 1st? Monday.
It's
Yeah.
That's actually Monday.
It's
I
okay.
ordered it from Video Games Plus and Amazon. I wasn't sure when Amazon was actually going to send it because you can't even. If you go to the Amazon page, it says it's like not available.
Yeah.
And then it originally told me I was getting it at the end of May, so I pre-ordered from Amazon Plus, not Amazon Plus, Video Games Plus, and just wanted to see when I get that, and I'm actually going to be, according to the tracking, get them today sometimes, but Amazon updated their tracking, like I'm going to get those on Wednesday, so I'll just cancel it.
You guys can mail on Saturday, so I would have got if Canada had mail delivery on Saturday, we would have got it, but we don't.
The bizarre thing is I get mail on Sunday sometimes. I don't understand why. It's
really get mail on weekends?
Yeah,
during the Christmas holidays, we'll get
anytime. It's weird. Sometimes they just deliver packages on Sunday. It's always just packages. It's like, oh, we forgot this.
Yeah, I know it's weird, but yeah, I wish Canada delivered mail on. But our postal service people make a lot of money up here, so I can see why they don't want them delivering 6 days a week. So
they make a lot of money here too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being a postman, outdoor walking around all the time, kicking dogs. That could be fun.
Right.
Only the ones that attack you, Crow, because I love dogs, but only ones who attack you. And avoiding moose and bears.
What a great job. Plenty of exercise, plenty of sunshine, plenty of dogs to kick.
sounds like the perfect statement for me. Oh, wait, mail person. Sorry.
Mine should be arriving today. They said they're out for delivery. And for those of you who don't know, today, coincidentally, is my birthday. So I'm 44 years young. Wow.
Happy birthday. If I would have known, I would have put something in here.
I was thinking 50 myself.
Hey, yo, days. It's all good. But
happy birthday, sir. What'd you get yourself for your birthday, Ed?
Thank you. Oh, so, not quit. I mean, the Evercade stuff was pre-ordered. So I'm hoping, that's why I say hopefully the birthday gods will shine upon having delivered today. So really because the Evercade, I really didn't need much. So I had my wife get me nothing too fancy. You can't even really see. They're earbuds.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
From
are they what brand are they? Are they like the Apple brand or the one that all the YouTubers chill?
I don't make that kind of YouTube money. No, they're like
Raycon?
They were like Amazon recommended brand because
cool.
I'm sure so with this phone, like a lot of you out there, my last phone was the last phone was the one that I had that you could use actual wired headphones.
Oh yeah, headphone. Well, you can still use headphones. You just need one with a USB-C adapter.
Okay, so you could
you can still.
You could, but the thing that was for going walking. So before, it's funny. I had these clunky, blue headphones. You may have seen in my shorts. Those were my daughter gave this to me years ago because she didn't like them. But they have these wires on either side and they're adjustable. And you know, like anything with wires, after a while they kind of get like scrunchy, and I was like losing connection like in one of the ears. And so like, fine, I'll get earbuds and all that. And so yeah, because you know, I go on daily walks, and of course I had to go full Chrome mode because I couldn't just leave it with the defaults. And what I mean by that is, like, when you put them up, they automatically sync. But I wanted something to show that they were connected and there wasn't an app, and I didn't want them to automatically connect to Spotify. So I found a free Android app, and I've got it customized the way that I want. So yeah, that's kind of the.
Well, the funny thing is, like, my wife like injured her foot for a while, so I was walking the dog all the time, every evening, and it took me like 5 months before I realized, wait a minute, I could be listening to music if I'm walking the dog. And wound up getting myself a pair of wireless headphones, but I wound up getting the Samsung ones. These were the Pro or whatever, the Galaxy Pro 2 Plus or whatever.
Nice.
And I wound up paying like $2 for them.
Dude, that's because those are close to Apple prices. But yeah, I like to listen to like Dungeons and Dragons podcast when I go walking. So that was huge. And then like other money and stuff that I got, like putting that towards our cruise where we're gonna go to in a couple months, like in July. And then what else? Oh, and then for every birthday, like my wife always asks me, my daughter, like what we want. And in the past, it's been like seafood, but I haven't had like steak like in a while. So I'm gonna grill those up. But the weather's kind of iffy, so I'll have to like have that tomorrow. And then I just
wait. Did say seafood and then steak? So
usually I pick something like seafood. Something like seafood. Like shrimp, because crab legs are like insanely expensive. But I haven't had steak like in a while, and so I'm like, yeah, but I'd love to have like grilled steak with vegetables and good stuff.
If you went with seafood, that would be a big mistake.
Yeah, and then she'll usually get me like some type of like craft beer and all that, which depending on the weather, then kind of hang out in the backyard and just unwind. But because of the weather, after the tomorrow. Anyways, let me say hi to the chat real quick before we forget. Let's see, who do we have in the house? We have Jen Joke, we have John Schneiderman, we have Ballistic Coffee Boy, we have Dan Ruff. Let's think of a dog. It's all good. Paul Wright, Rick B. RMGB TV. We got Arnold Baricus. I'm saying that right. Lamini Pie. Hey, it's Rigatoni. Long time no see.
That's
I
racist.
say that because I'm Italian. Scale tracks. What was that? What was that, Pete?
I do like rigatoni.
Nice.
The pasta.
The got Robert G. Murdoch. We got John Snyderman.
Got the usuals, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Phantom.
Did he say his cats came this week?
Thank you for the happy birthday.
His cats came this week too.
Cat?
We got Karsten. New collections are awesome. Yeah, I can't make videos. And
I can't wait. I'm gonna sink my teeth into these collections. One thing, like my first impressions will be probably a major playthrough. Like I'm thinking my first impression is gonna maybe tip out at an hour. My first initial videos. I'm thinking. I really want to dig my teeth into them, but we'll see because C64's got a lot of summer games, winter games crap on it. So
no, good stuff. That's the good stuff. That's the stuff I'm looking forward to.
only you.
I know, right? And then we have good morning, faux show. So that's who we have. I do want
to keep doing intro and stall for maybe 1 minute while I go refill my coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of drinks, I got this.
Oh, dude, that's different than the cans that I have.
This actually came from the Vitamin Shop, apparently.
The Vitamin Shop.
Yeah, the Vitamin, wherever you're from.
Vitamin.
Or you know how they spell the name with the P, the extra P and the extra E at the end?
Yeah.
I call it the Vitamin Shoppy.
Yes, yeah, that other spell, yeah. No, there was definitely So definitely the title isn't clickbait. There was something that I was wrong about, but I do want to wait until Rich is here because I know we do want to.
I can't wait to hear what you're wrong about.
It probably won't be. What people think, but you'll see. I just and all that. We do want to talk about like HyperMegaTech and the new carts and all that.
Compute Global HyperMegaNet.
Dude, I love that. That never gets
Old.
that never gets old.
And old, even though I just started. I only showed you once before.
I know, but see, it feels like it's always been there, right? When you hear something like the HyperMegaTech, your
That's what I
bumpers
thought
are
of
fantastic.
immediately.
Yeah,
That's what I thought of immediately when I heard the name. I was like, what, isn't that Homer's company?
right. I know it sounds exactly like it.
Pac-Man needs to be a cereal again.
So what we are talking.
This is not the first. I've seen other Pac-Man energy drinks. This is just the most
All
recent
right,
one. I've
I
seen.
am back in the New York groove.
Since we're showing off Pac-Man.
What?
energy
Pac-Man's
drinks.
a drink now? What?
Yeah. Pac-Man's a drink now.
Oh yeah, I've
See,
seen
he's
those.
got other
Energy
drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. Energy drinks, I get to shake when I drink it.
Isn't that coffee though? Isn't coffee considered
No,
an
I
energy
think
drink?
I'm acclimated to the fact that I need coffee more than water for my body to survive.
Exactly, because you're acclimated to it, so you actually need it to feel normal. You're
Yeah,
chasing the
probably.
dragon.
Chasing the dragon.
Chasing the dragon. Isn't that an heroin reference?
Isn't it a what?
You said it, not me.
I don't know. You're the one. Oh my god, man! Restoring a computer is not fun.
It depends on if you make a game out of it. It's always fun when there's something to do.
What's on our agenda today?
So, all right. So we can go to the. We do want to. That's right. You stepped it. We do want to talk about the HyperMegaTech, and as the title said, the Ed was wrong. So let me get to that.
Ed was wrong.
It'll have to fill. Yeah.
On
It'll
what?
have to fill in.
HyperMegaTech? It sounds like they went to Japan and said, "Hey, can you name our new company or our new brand?"
Compute Global HyperMegaNet.
Homer named it.
Over name, name a brand. Well, Simpson style.
So the reason why it made a separate video, but so as you all know, like the folks at Blaze are like really nice and all that, and Sean messaged and reached out to me over Discord because my latest video for Tobin Collection, and I've complained, and I have complained about the mini EXP. I mean, sorry, the EXP, the mini HDMI not working and all that. And so he reached out. He's like, "Hey, I hope you help you fix it." He's like, we've seen the similar issue with trying to use
look at the scroll along the bottom. Just in, Ed was wrong.
Yeah. He was saying with we've seen the same issue with like OBS and all that, and how it is how it is kind of finicky. So
I had an issue with OBS, but it worked fine on TV, so I tested.
Aha! You're stealing my thunder. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't watch your videos.
Oh my god! No.
I'm kidding.
I know. So he was like, and I know you have to like futz around with it and all that. And so I'm like, you know what? Because I'm like, let me take my lazy butt and actually plug it into the TV. So I did that. I plugged it in. With it started up, it instantly switched over. I unplugged it and plugged it in many times. Using this exact same adapter and all that, and it worked flawlessly.
Yeah.
So the reason I say I was wrong,
Didn't I tell you, Ed, that I had OBS problems too, like a month ago? I told Crow I couldn't get it hooked up to OBS. That's who I told him. You weren't on the show.
I do remember the day I got it and I was making that video. It seemed kind of weird the first time. Something weird was going on, but I got it to work. But when I plugged it in last week and I was I connected it up and switched, I didn't seem to have any problem at all doing it through OBS.
But Crow, you do remember me telling you that I had a problem capturing, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of a problem at first too.
Yeah. So Ed, you weren't. Yeah. So okay, continue, Ed.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, Rich, you're here just in time for the Ed was wrong segment.
Which
so let me just
have as a permanent segment because he's wrong.
I knew it. I knew it. See, now that I have it as a ticker, y'all are going to be like, "Hey, you need to bring up that Ed was wrong thing."
All we need to do is watch his video every week, and then we'll know we have our ammunition.
Oh, come on, guys.
Nice.
It's his birthday. We can't let him have all the fun.
Right.
True.
Right. Yeah. Actually, Rich, I'm 44 years young now.
Well, happy birthday, brother.
Thanks. So I was just saying that like Sean reached out to me talking about like the mini HDMI on the EXP because I have complained about that a lot. And in my like latest Toplin video, I ended up using the OG one, and he was like saying like, hey, can I understand your frustration? We've tested this with, we haven't had any issues on the TV, but using it with OBS,
need to travel my thing.
We've had Rich's delivery service. We've had
Hello, Richard's wife. Hello, Richard's wife. Did you bring breakfast sandwich?
We're testing toppings for my son's birthday cupcakes.
Nice.
That's happening directly after the show.
Nice. So anyway, so because so he saying do you have to change with OBS and all that? So I like he did reach out to me on Discord. So I went ahead and I tested on the TV, and I was just telling them that it worked flawlessly, turning it on, and plugging it in and out. So I was wrong. It's not an issue per se with the Evercade, because I know like with all different types of encoders and all that, I can't work. And they're using what's the popular expensive one? I can't think of the name. The one that like everybody uses that's like $200.
But the Elgato?
Yes, yeah, that's what they're saying.
Oh.
Like, so because they were testing with Elgato.
There's lots of different Elgatos. Yeah, I use Elgato.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sold my Elgato.
Yeah,
I have
I've
got the
$20
internal
one.
one. I've got the one that you plug in the Pro, not the 4K Pro, but the other one.
I had the one in my computer for the longest time. Then my computer died, and then the music died, so I sold it.
That was great, Crow. But yeah, so
Is
it's
it
good to
just
know.
me, or does that sound effect just wash you over with nostalgia? Like, doesn't it? Like from an arcade when you were a kid?
Hell yeah! Oh, I can do a whole thing about how like the sounds and the music to the games are
From when I was
more,
a kid,
or almost
it was
more
the-
nostalgic than the games.
the Atari 2600 version of the sound dying is the one that's in my mind.
But
I don't have the sound effect here, but it's like it's a completely different.
Hey, Jason. But yeah, but good to know that even whether you have a $20 encoder card or $200, still same issues. So yeah, I was wrong about that. Maybe I should have done more testing. But I tell you though, being that I work in computers all day, like I don't like to troubleshoot stuff. So I was wrong about that. It's more of a disappointment because I got spoiled. Literally every other device of Evercade, Steam Deck, plug it in, no issues. Maybe I might have to do some more tinkering or not, and that's why I have the VS. So
yeah. I'm like a pack lid. I just want things to work. I just want them to go. Just make it go. Like,
I don't know. I'm the kind of person that's like, oh, this doesn't work. Let me figure out why it don't work.
yeah, you're our Jordy.
Why
Why
isn't my camera working? Well, I got to figure that out. Yeah.
Well, considering you took it a little bit too much, there's not a
Jordy
show
the
that goes
Forge.
by without something not working on your end.
I was thinking Crow's more like Data, but no, we could debate that.
If it got like, yeah, there we go. If I focus out, here we go. That's what I just got in the mail.
Ooh.
What is it?
Ooh,
It says right there, it's an
Artie Boy.
FX mod chip.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So before we go into the news and stuff, Rich, what have you been up to? I know you were just telling everybody you were like in a mad dash from Walmart to get over here.
Oh yeah. So, well, today in particular is it's a little early, but it's my oldest son's birthday. It's his birthday's in a couple weeks, but we're renting out a movie theater. So we're gonna go see Mario
I
Brothers.
remember you talking
Yeah.
about that. See, you're seeing that today then?
Yeah, we're doing it today. So like directly after the
Yeah.
show, we're going to the theater.
That movie is awesome.
So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. But we're making cupcakes and we're just finishing up. So it was one of those moments where your wife sends you a list and you go into the store and you get everything on the list except for one thing. And it's like the one thing you need to complete the project. It wasn't like the extra thing. It's like the thing that was critical. That's what just happened.
It was
So-
the thing you went for, and then it was the one thing you didn't buy.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it was. So I had to go and rectify that situation. But good news is we live like 3 blocks away from a giant Walmart. So yeah, we just
Nice.
popped over, grabbed it. It was all good.
Yeah,
So
I feel like I live 3 minutes away from 2 giant Walmarts.
nice. So, but other than that, yeah, the week was all right. It was cool, just hanging out, working on some things. Some like, lots of things are about to happen over in my channel world. So, but we'll get to that later.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
All right.
That reminds
So
me, I need to set up a stream for tomorrow.
before we do dive into the news, I think.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I think I actually do have some polls here, really
nice. I'm all about some. information.
I try to do those on a weekly basis on both channels, but I better have them because now I put up the thing. It'd be kind of funny if I didn't.
Nope, I didn't create a poll today.
Oh yeah, okay, I did. Now if I can just StreamYard it, then I will be all set. Da-da-da.
Yeah, I'm doing 2 polls a week too now, but I need to have to determine what I'm streaming.
Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I've been doing kind of like just like a few of these, like, you know, whatever, fill in the blank. So it's like lately I've been in the mood to play blank on my Evercade, and kind of not surprising. Wow, oh wow, platformers shot up. So, but the beat 'em ups and shoot 'em ups are like nearly the same. You know, I kind of get the census, and this is kind of why I want to do this. That platformers, beat 'em ups, and shoot 'em ups are like people's favorites to play on the Evercade, and sadly RPG and then other. What is 12%? The Nick Toy Collector. Oh, he says he hasn't been playing it that much. Essentially, he got the arcade titles, so platformers would be my choice. Would have chosen Gazarino would have chosen RPG, but would like to see some point and clicks. Ebor is mostly shooters. Muzzy beats me gassy, so I pick shooters. Puzzles and racers. Oh yeah, puzzle games. Oh yeah, that's another.
Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah, puzzle games would have been my vote if it was on the list.
Yeah,
I picked
I put it
RPG.
together.
I probably would have picked platformers just because I was playing the Cowlitz adventure and I couldn't stop playing that.
For me, actually, I never. It's been a lot of shoot 'em ups and beat 'em ups, mainly because the Capcom collection, and of course, Toplin. And then actually even Irem too. Yeah, so it's like just like, shooter heaven.
Yeah. Well, I've been. I need to go to shooter school. I've been playing. I started the Toplin collection, and did Alcon.
You're talking about 1 or 2 now.
One.
You just got the second one, right?
I did just get the second one. Yeah, we did the unboxing.
Wow.
But I didn't pop it in to play it yet. I've only been playing Toplin 1 so far. So I went into Alcon. And I was like, "Oh, cool! It's like Xevious. It's like, all right, I know how to kind of like go through." And man, I was just getting wrecked.
Do you want a little trick you could do in Alcon? Actually,
Yes.
It's kind of interesting. If you start playing and don't shoot anything, if you fly and don't shoot anything and get killed, then your next life you respawn with maximum power ups.
No way.
Ooh.
Not only that, but the farther you make it, the more bonus points you get. You just instantly get a high score. Like,
that's awesome.
And if there's a pool of water, if you can make it past that pool of water without getting destroyed, without shooting anything and get destroyed, you come back, maximum power-ups, like a huge score that's bigger than the default top score, and you teleport like way farther in the game.
That's awesome. All right,
I didn't even try that with the
but
maximum
you would notice if you watched my video.
Yes, it's true. That is true.
Burn.
Yeah, no, I've been slacking. I've been slacking lately.
I'm saying that because I don't expect anybody to watch my video.
but yet a lot of people do, which is awesome, and they are great. I really do enjoy those videos. But I need to like go back on the Friends binge and like watch some stuff. So it's good stuff.
RMGDB TV put up.
And that's the only reason I watched
Cool.
Ed's Toaplan videos, because he didn't put his Toaplan video out until after I was done with mine.
Well, so and when we get like mega collections like that at once, then I just go ahead and just like play through them all, and then start putting them out, and then it was a tough decision. I'm like, well, which one do I want to do? And I really wanted to put out Capcom, and then I wondered, like, am I going to be able to put out Toplin 1 in time for the second one to come out? But then I'll probably do the C64 collection too next, because I think that's what everyone wants to see. I don't know. But yeah, I really do appreciate people participating, getting at least like 50 votes and all that. And it's just kind of fun to see what people are playing and and all that.
It's very cool.
And all that good stuff. All right. So let's.
And even though it's 12%, I still want more RPGs.
Right. Yeah. There's the Evercade news. I was like, where is it?
Nice. Yeah, there was some news this week, huh?
kind of news
I
that
didn't really consider
potentially
it
could
news.
impact Evercade. I wouldn't call Evercade news.
I want to know what they're doing.
What exactly is it your company does again?
Oh, this industry moves so fast, it's really hard to tell.
A lot of
Oh my god, I
information
love
without-
that.
A lot of FAQ without really saying much.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can
What is that in?
Is the C64-2.
Oh,
So I did the unboxing video on Wednesday. I shot it on Wednesday. I had no idea what was going on, and I saw it. And to be honest, I thought that this was like a reference to something that was older.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, maybe they just did this, but like, also, why would they advertise something on a brand new collection? So in the video, I'm like, what's going on here? They're just trying to be sneaky, and then the next day they dropped this, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah. So if you go to hypermegatech.com and go to their FAQs,
Compute Global HyperMegaNet.
I love that. So
That's awesome.
before I get I want to, because I know like Pete's a savvy businessman. I want to hear his. I want to hear his take. Like what do you think all this is about?
Oh yeah, I did a video on it. I think basically it's diversifying their revenue streams, right? It's kind of a smart business choice in a way if they're set up to be able to do this from an infrastructure point of view. They're a small company. They already got 3 products out in the wild and tons of new stuff with the Evercade. So I feel like this is another way to protect their revenue streams. I think honestly what it's going to be like mugs, t-shirts. They're going to look at, stuff from, 50s onward where kind of nostalgia kicks in. There's still people alive that'll buy that stuff. And you're going to see some interesting products coming out. I think it's going to be like, you look at companies like, Arcade 1UP, you look at My Arcade, they're doing a lot of stuff in this kind of cheap retro tech space. And I don't mean cheap negatively. I just mean it's just inexpensive, right?
Right.
So I just feel like they're going to do video games, movies. Like first thing I thought is, they'll probably bring some IPs back that there's been nothing done with, like probably cheap IPs to purchase, like, RoboCop, Starship Troopers, all those types of things, and kind of just build products off of it, whether it's like, mugs, t-shirts, stuff like that. That's what I think it is.
That'd be cool.
And I think you're going to see a start and they're going to go, hopefully they go slow, but yeah, I think it's basically just a way to protect themselves because, like, say what you want about Evercade and the success, it's a niche product and a niche part of the gaming sphere, right?
Right.
But
Yeah, and I guess you're right. I mean, it does segment the ideas where, if you have a cool idea and you don't think it fits under this umbrella, then you just make a new umbrella, right?
Yeah. Like you go out and get RoboCop license to make t-shirts and mugs or something. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know anything. And they could say, hey, we got this partnership now. How about we release a couple of your games?
Right. Yeah.
And do the synergy between their portfolios. I think it's pretty smart. I've got other concerns about this whole thing, but I think that's what the product pipeline will look like. Yeah.
I mean, the thing that really hit me on the spotlight in this second part of what products will HyperMegaTech make is, they're talking about, not only just, video games, toys, and technology, but board games was like, wait, okay. All right, I'm ready. I definitely like some, like paper and board products.
The Evercade board game.
The Katie board game.
So cool. So no, I'm kind of glad that you said that, Pete, because that's what I was kind of thinking that, I don't like someone just commented, like, I don't think it's that they're going to do that. I don't think they're gonna start releasing retro collections because that would kind of go against their interest for Evercade. Because if you read it, it does say that they're going to make, kind of like all those kind of products you talked about, Pete. It says they could do video games, but
that'll always be in the Evercade ecosystem. I think. Like, I don't honestly think they'll just say, oh, they'll put out games in a different brand. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Like, it's not even a gaming name, HyperMegaTech.
Right.
That's not even a game company or publisher name, right?
Exactly. No, I'm glad you clarified the why, because I was like, why would they do this? And that makes total sense to diversify, to have another revenue stream. But I was thinking, like, hey, if they did come out, like you said, a RoboCop mug, I mean, they can establish licenses with other companies, to make toys and shirts or whatever. And then they're like, hey, we also have this device where we
Yeah,
could
and
also license the
relationship
game.
building.
Yeah.
It's relationship building, right? So like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of nostalgia waves kicking over as the 80s, or people are 30, 40 years ago, 80s and 90s. People are getting nostalgic about it. It's just natural 20, 30 years after something that was pivotal when they were a teenager or preteen. That's when the nostalgia bones kick in, right? So there's so many of those kind of IPs that are just stale right now. Nobody's doing anything with them. Like, I mean, they could even go after Cabbage Patch Kids, right? Like, what's going on in that world? That was a phenomenon. Like, and they could produce stuff in there. Like, they can, like, it's ripe for the picking. And there's not a lot of companies that are doing it on a larger scale, like going after multiple different products within an IP. Like, some are just going, oh, we just want to create small arcade cabinets. We just want to create T-shirts. No one's going after everything and trying to do, multiple different products. So it could be interesting what they do. Like, I obviously this FAQ tells us really nothing, but just small things. But
it could be. Listen, they said it's not just retro. It could be anything retro. It could be like He-Man. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I think it's a retro lifestyle brand.
Yeah.
So like they're going after like lifestyle, not like, even though it says tech, I'm thinking it's lifestyle, but they could do alarm clocks if they want it. I don't know if everybody uses an alarm clock, but I don't know.
Here's one other thing that I suspect they could be using this for. See if you'll agree with me. What if HyperMegaTech could also be maybe the first company to develop like first-party Evercade games, like maybe under that? I don't know.
As a publisher, I still think they probably want to just go under Blaze Entertainment for publishing for games, but I don't know. It could be. I think this is going to be product focused as opposed to game focused, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can agree with you there.
Yeah, Nathan says
games
hopefully not
products?
another Loot Crate. Yeah.
Well, yes, yeah.
Another Loot Crate, yeah.
Though then again, Loot Crate was pretty successful for a 5-year run.
Right.
But then the competition killed that company. Like, everybody started doing mystery boxes.
Yeah, everybody's selling stuff in a box companies.
Are there any of them left, actually? Actually, there are plenty of... There's not necessarily for games, but for a while I was getting the box of Japanese imported food or whatever.
Yeah.
I realized they kept sending me stuff I wasn't interested in.
Yeah. I think that's what winds up happening, though, with those box subscriptions, right? You get some stuff that's really cool up front, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, I don't need this anymore.
All I wanted again was that vodka candy. I wanted more of it, and it was never in there again.
Oh man!
I was like, sure, I could buy it separately, but the shipping was insane on it. I didn't want to pay that much in shipping.
The YouTube still isn't up yet. But so here's since we are talking about Loot Crate and all that, kind of what I found over time, because my brother-in-law did a few of those, and it's like usually you would get like at least one shirt, so maybe something, but a lot of the stuff was kind of like things that like were this, you kind of felt like were left over from conventions that nobody else wanted. That's kind of, with Loot Crate, that was kind of the
with Loot Crate, yeah.
Well,
except for their special edition ones, those were rad. Like some of those ones where they were like, hey, we teamed up with the one that I remember is like we teamed up with BioWare, and then there is like like the Mass Effect crate, right? Specifically, you pay extra for that one, you pre-order it or whatever, and then the stuff that's in there, that was really cool stuff in there.
Well, plus occasional, like every box seemed to have something that was exclusive to that box. Like a lot of times they did Funko Pops that were you could only get from that box.
Ooh. Sorry, that would be a cool project.
That would be kind of a cool project.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be like an arcade 1-up.
Well, they were just saying like a 3/4 scale, just to put your, I don't know, but have it not be like functional. Like you could just put your,
No, it'd be functional. Just put a cartridge slot in it. You can plug the cartridge in it. That's the thing I was wondering though. It's like you don't know how hard it is. I have 2 Evercade VSs. You don't know how hard it is for me to like take them apart and see if I can kind of merge them together to see if it can take 4 cartridges.
I think there need to be like I always said, that would be awesome. I always said I'd love a tabletop, just like a tabletop arcade, like my arcade or Arcade 1-Up does their tabletops, and have like 20 cartridge slots on it, and just put all my arcades in, and then play my arcades on a stick with a roller and all that. I think I'd throw money at them if they put an arcade unit that has all the control types on it and 10 or 20 slots for games. Charge me $300.
No, not only that. Start like 4 slots. Start with like 4 slots.
No, I want 10.
Do expansions. Have expansions where you could add more. So you can add
the USB
like enough.
hub, but let's go for 10 and because then you can have all your arcade games in there, and you literally like can. Oh man, that would be awesome. Like that would be. Great
I
debate.
mean, or if you didn't really want to have to make the. No, I mean, I guess maybe that would get dangerous. Never mind.
Oh.
But I was like,
Too dangerous
oh,
to
you could
say.
just do or you could just do a deal with somebody else starting making cabinets, and then he was like, here's the Evercade adapter or whatever, and you plug it in.
Here's
and
the
do that.
slot adapter. Because just software, right? There's you put the Evercade in, say now instead of it being allowed to take 2 slots for your input of games, we've just updated software, can do 10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not rocket science. Literally, it's like. Yeah,
But I think it's got to be expandable, like a port where you could plug.
Put USB
cartridge
ports
slots
in.
Yeah.
Keep adding 20. At the end of the day, it's not cannibalizing the VS so much because the VS is kind of a different audience. Wants to play on a big TV and all this. This is for the person who wants all the controllers. Polymega Evercade module. ORMGB TV. Why not? Polymega's doing tons of different stuff except shipping.
Polymega Evercade.
Wouldn't that be weird if Polymega had an Evercade slot?
They sure are, Pete.
If I had soldering in
I keep forgetting about Polymega.
oh yeah,
I
totally.
mean, I didn't.
If I had soldering and engineering
I want
skills,
mine so bad.
buy like 10 of try to find like 10 of those like OG handhelds, cannibalize them, make your own like 10 slot solder, do exactly what you said, Pete.
Yeah, just do like one of these, like.
Ooh, dude, that is so cool.
Parts in a slot and then have them all.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
plug it in
exactly.
somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm just curious with that
Only
thing you made.
it's
Can you hang that on the wall? Do the cartridges stay if you have it up vertically?
Not this version, but I've been messing
Okay,
around
okay.
with all sorts of different boxes and such.
Because I want to
printing
hang
in
it on the
different
wall.
ways.
And
You need to send me one of those when you send out the Katie's if you haven't.
Yeah.
maybe I
could-
should
could
just
do that.
buy.
Well, I
dude,
need
that's
to- I need to
awesome.
make-
I love that.
I need to make a new version of it because the one that I just showed you is actually the version for my Game Gears, and they're actually a little
Wait a minute.
lighter.
I thought the Polymega was out.
Polymega is out, but
Yeah,
they
but
just
when I go
haven't
to their
shipped.
website, they say pre-order. So is it like
Yeah,
with
'cause you
the,
gotta keep
like the play date?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
yeah.
You
They're shipping again.
gotta get in line for the next wave.
I'm still
actually-
waiting for my N64 module. And my
Oh,
gun.
I see the Ultra module. So I was like, wow, that's not as expensive as I thought. It's like the system's $89. Oh wait, no, that's just the Nintendo
That's
64
just for
module.
this N64 model.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I pre-ordered day one and got my system for sub
Wow.
300. So
$549. That's way more than I thought it was.
Yeah. No, they're not inexpensive.
I love the Polymega ecosystem. Their software ecosystem is awesome. I really like it. They're working on an app now, and they're going to spread their ecosystem out to non-Polymega devices. So you'll be able
Well,
to.
if they're gonna do that, then you don't need the Polymega.
Yeah, that's what they're trying because they
Yeah.
have hardware problems, right? It's expensive for an Omega, so they eventually, I think, will make a cheaper Polymega and rely on.
Oh, if
all
they
their
could make it
toolkit.
They've already
compatible,
announced that.
make a version for the Raspberry Pi, then you can just get a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Well, the
Well, it's
thing that they
different. Like, you
announced.
can't use the service for people with licensed product, right? Not.
Yeah.
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 Well, then you can have your-
60,000 files.
But you can then have expansions where they plug into USB port instead of.
Yeah, it's just a big
Right.
debate. I don't,
Well, that's actually what they announced already. The
Which is-
the Polymega. Oh, what the heck do they call that thing?
Let's get back to the Evercade.
Yeah.
Well, actually, before that, I didn't show Pete
Yeah,
this
this is the
because
wrong
Pete left
podcast.
before I showed this, but I have this. This lets you plug Game Boy Advance cartridges and play them on your computer.
Yeah, I have that. I haven't opened it yet.
Okay, I did open it because I thought I could plug Evercade games in it.
No, you and I had that conversation. Didn't we?
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Its memory's fading.
No, my memory's already gone. It's gone.
Ooh.
It's gone. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I guess getting back to the the wrap up on the HyperMegaTech. I mean, when do you think the timeline is? When do you think we know what is going on? Month, 2
Well, they
months?
better be. May, right? They said May is going to be the 4-year kickoff to the Evercade. I think. I don't want them to say. They shouldn't do it in the same day and same press release because they shouldn't water down Evercade, right? They should. That's their bread and butter. They're going to piss people off. I think probably do it the week before or week after. Like, if they're going to be shipping products in Q3, Q4, they better start letting people know what they got.
Yeah. Well, if it was
build
me,
up the hyper mega hype.
exactly. Yeah.
Here's what I hope they do, and then I can tell you what maybe the dream would be. So what I hope they do is they say, here's like, I don't know, we're coming out with like, we've acquired Sega for this next card. All due to HyperMegaTech. Like they'll announce maybe some type of like, I don't know, like Kid Chameleon mugs or something like that. But that would be neat. Or like, but like the dream would be like maybe like some SNK stuff, and then the cart is a tie-in. Bonk's Adventure. See, I wonder.
Yeah, give me Turbo Bunk. Give me a Bunk collection. There's like what, 4 games in the Bunk collection?
Well, I don't know if you want to count Airzonk in that as well.
Yeah.
There's also different ports. There's like a Famicom version. There's a Game Boy version.
Oh, I want the C64 plus the rest of the ports. I think Bonk is such an underserviced, underappreciated IP.
You know what? I'm still kind of miffed
totally.
that Bonk never made it into a Smash Brothers game. Like
right?
like Sonic, Mario, and I was like, okay, now Bonk, because
back
then it was
what's that?
So here's what
daughter of Trump. What's one of Trump's daughters that nobody knows about? What's her name?
I don't know, because nobody knows about
Bonk is that version in the mascot. Nobody knows she exists.
The forgotten child.
Forgotten child.
Or PC, call him PC Genjin, because
Yeah.
So here's what I'm hoping that they do. In addition to whatever other pop culture or retro memorabilia, let's say like the next collection, that comes out, then maybe HyperMegaTech offers like a shirt, a mug, or something, and then you could also buy it. Maybe Funstock won't just have the hold on it. Like I'd love to be able to see like Video Games Plus get on that. Start to make some more of those bundles.
Well, they did say that the HyperMegaTech stuff will be out on Amazon and other retailers. So like that was pretty cool. And then the one right above that though was the one where they said, like, who are we working with? We're working with 2 major publishers. So, and I said before, that word major is that holds implications. So that's a like, you can't just be like, oh, we're working with major publishers, and then just have like some, like some like random independent publisher.
Exactly.
Like, oh, hey, this is the major one. It's like, no, when you say major, it's like you're implying that, it's they're big and unannounced, never before worked with kind of thing. At least that's the way I see it.
Heck yeah. Oh, not to go off topic, but yeah, that the Neo Geo Mini 8, that would be like the one thing I would probably buy day one, because like that thing is so expensive, and that would be the closest thing I'd ever get to owning a Neo Geo Mini. So.
And that's Neo Geo or a Neo Geo Mini, because like I have the Mini, but I actually had a Neo Geo.
Yeah, but I don't like any of those, and I think that those are kind of weird the way that they did that. Like a lot of people, like the AES itself would be like the most like nostalgia. That's I don't know, that could be a whole other podcast, but that's like one that's like let's not create the one thing that everybody would want in a Mini if we're going.
Here's
to
the thing:
Neo
is
Geo
like
Minis.
if you're going for a Neo Geo, like it doesn't really matter if you get the AES or the MVS, because as soon as you get it, you're gonna want to have to put the mod on it that lets you. Because all the cartridges, whether or not they're the MVS or AES, they contain all versions of the game on it.
Yes.
So you put the mod chip in. I can't remember what it's called, but when you boot it up, you can hold the key button combination down and choose what region you want to play of the game. Like whether or not you want to play the EAS version or the MVS version.
Yeah, and you can change languages. Oh yeah, I should know the name of that BIOS, and I'm kicking myself.
I can't remember. I used to have it in 2, and I don't.
But it's more the aesthetic, though, right? Like that's the thing. Like I don't want like a weird little mini console with a screen and a joystick. That's I want it to look like and have it be like. Whoops! I didn't mean to have it be like big, like
Well, here's
keyboard.
the thing.
Have it. If it's a huge console, have it be a big mini.
I don't know if you've ever seen. I don't know if you've ever held a Neo Geo AES, but it feels way cheaper and lighter than it actually looks. I'd rather have.
Don't you ruin it?
Yeah, the official one. Yeah,
but you know what I mean. So yeah, kind of going back to this. Yeah, that would be nice if they kind of have those go hand in hand, diversify. Maybe they'll make board games and other things. Who knows? They could make third-party controllers that are compatible with Evercade that maybe work with modern consoles. Who knows? We'll have to kind of see. I also assume too that they've gotten like separate funding and all that, so like the money is separate from Evercade, so they probably have a lot of other things they can play with and all. And all that, as long as like Ryan and Sean don't leave their current position and go over there, which I don't think they would, then that would be the only thing that would worry me. I'm like, why are you guys leaving? The Evercade division and
for money, more money.
Oh man,
More money, more money, more money.
But they're like the heart and soul, though. I feel like if ever hitting them and Andrew, at least they've been there since the beginning.
Well, they're the face, right? They're the faces of the company.
True.
Yeah, we'll see. Like, I mean, it's got to be good quality products too, right? If they're gonna, even if it's like cheap, it can't just keep breaking and be considered cheap crap, right? It's got to be some sort of decent product, right?
Agreed.
Yes.
Like you can't be a T-shirt and you wash it out twice and it's faded and gross, right? Like it's got to be.
Yeah, or they can't offer like pins and it's not even like bother to paint them.
Because I'll rip them apart if I buy stuff and it just doesn't like I will.
Yeah.
Like if the products are not good, it's like, well,
Well, and John Schneiderman says, like, if it gets me my spinner and trackball, I'm happy. Like, hey,
why not?
Come on, let's go. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I got the spinners already. Just
that's my biggest concern. My biggest concern is they've always said like they're a small company and they got to move really smartly in the Evercade space. So how are they spreading themselves too thin? Like too little butter on a piece of toast, like as Bilbo says.
It is a worry. But
that's my worry. Like they're small as it is now, they're spinning up a brand new brand. Like,
well, I mean, maybe you hope that they've been doing well enough where they can afford to expand.
Hire some peeps.
Exactly.
Who knows? Who knows that side of a business as opposed to video games, right? Like,
for sure.
True.
Well, you know what you do? You have to look online and see if they're hiring.
That's true.
Yeah, try to find the website. They're very cryptic.
Yeah.
So
me and Crow tried it one time. We tried to figure out who owns Blaze. Got down to like a young couple or a middle-aged couple in England.
See, I know what Pete's plan is. He's like, guys, keep talking. Then that way Ed won't be able to do a retro Q-9. I know that's his plan. So okay,
we only got like 8 months left owning this show. Then that's gone forever.
Oh no!
All right, Pete, just for that, I'm gonna do this one.
Oh God!
There.
At first, I was like, "Oh, this is a quick one," and then I was like,
"It just drags on."
Yeah,
drags on.
Oh my goodness!
I was like,
Phantom. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Phantom. There is tax advantage to be a limited LLC versus a corporation versus privately owned. Tons. You can super. Even
I have a feeling that's one of the reasons why the company I actually work for remains a small company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked for both types of companies: small little indie companies, major corporations, medium. They all have their benefits and drawbacks.
Yeah.
But usually smaller companies are more nimble, but they're more risk adverse. But anyway. But yeah, I'm interested. It should be okay. The yellow is a bit much, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
A lot of mustard there. I saw this. I did my video after Rich, and I saw it, and I started automatically craving a sandwich with mustard on it, just yellow mustard. I love just yellow mustard.
Yeah,
I don't like mustard.
Golden.
You know what though?
Disco 74. I think Pete's jealous of your fame. Yeah, that's it, Disco. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Pete's jealous.
If you only knew me like the boys know me, I really don't care about much. I just do my thing.
Hey, look, it's so popular, even I can do it.
There you go. But
oh
you know
my
what,
God,
though?
John, I love mustard on sandwiches.
Yeah.
Just yellow mustard, not that Grey Poupon crap or spicy mustard.
All
just
mustards.
yellow mustard.
Oh no, I'm going for horseradish mustard.
I'll have mayonnaise.
I like
I
all
do
types
light
of
up mustard because mustard.
I like a little
tastes
mayo.
like a smell.
No, but mustard is so good for you, Ed. But you know what? If you're gonna put mayo on a sandwich, put mustard to counteract the badness of the mayo. But if you're gonna do mayo, go to Costco. They have this new mayo called avocado mayo. Ed,
I don't like avocado.
So good. It is so good, dude.
I don't usually like my burger. I don't usually have condiments. I mean, if like something gets snuck on there or like barbecue sauce, I like. But when you did say yellow mustard, Pete, you know what that reminded me of? Because we kind of keep teasing what if Blaze had a new line of carts and they made it yellow. What if like
I
that's
began with
their
that HyperMegaTech line.
yeah?
Yeah, right.
Time to global HyperMegaNet.
Dude, people get all like upsy
I
when
love
I
that
talk
so
about
much.
colors and all that. But that's what makes it fun. Like looking at your library and saying, "Oh yeah, that's the computer line. That's the arcade line. That's the HyperMegaTech line." This is the indie line. Like the colors are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of looking at carts, because I think what was it, Pete? I think it was on the last show you said like nothing is greater than like getting like your Evercade carts in the mail. Like I love that. Like I'm looking like in the back of my mind today.
Ripping
Like,
that
hopefully they
plastic
rank.
off and just saying, just looking at it first and talking about it and stuff like that. It's super fun. Like I used to have
Opening
a
it
channel
out,
called
get
Open
that
Every
new
Box. So
cartridge
I'm pretty
smell.
much. But you know what?
Cartridge
Like I
smell.
love when I was a kid, right? We didn't have a lot of income. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't get packages, but when the mail did come and there was a package, it was super exciting, right? And as you're an adult now and you have more disposable income, isn't it fun to open toys and cool stuff in the mail? I think
Absolutely.
it's pretty cool. Why not?
Sometimes it's almost more fun than getting the thing itself. But yeah.
Yeah, once you
get
get it, it's like, oh man, can I go back
Yeah.
and reopen that?
I
I
can't
know.
tell you how many games I have where I've opened the package and I put them on the shelves and never played them.
Yeah, that's happened.
That's why I don't do
me.
Switch games anymore. I stopped my Switch games.
Yeah,
because
actually,
it
it's the
just
same
ended
thing
up
with-
being in the wrapping, and I'm like, well, that's not who I am, so I stopped buying them.
I think I might just, other than Evercade, I just might only be on Steam now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am like a Steam dude. Like I am like the Steam Deck is literally. I did a video. It changed my life, changed my gaming life, and made
Well,
my wife's that because I'm spending so much less. It's just Evercade and Steam Deck now.
About a year and a half, I upgraded my computer majorly. But then, what really got me into it was last December, near the end of the year, I got an ultra-wide monitor. And now I can't stop
Oh,
playing
cool!
games
You
on
need to
it.
send me a link to that because I need to switch out my monitors because they're starting.
Okay,
to
yeah, I'll send you a link to the one I got. I bought it I got it at Micro Center then. So,
Yeah,
but-
I trust
and I put it on.
your reviews.
I put it on credit, and I just finally paid it off.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's funny because like one thing I love about the Evercade, like a Steam Deck digital, love it, amazing. What I do miss though, and what I love about Evercade is like when I'm about to go somewhere for a couple hours, and I know I'm not going to be like the center. I'm not going to be doing anything important. I'm waiting for the kids or just hanging out with people, but like I'm just there as like an ancillary person. I'm not. I'm just driving someone. I love going to my collection. What game am I going to take? What collection am I going to take my Evercade? And grabbing it and being cool with that decision and going off. Like I love doing that. Like I'm doing
Yeah,
a
it
cruise.
forces your focus.
We're doing a cruise and finally going on our first cruise in July.
Awesome.
And I'm already thinking about what games I'm going to take. I'm going to take 3 carts just to, chill out after a long day on the boat and stuff like that at night. And I'm still thinking about which ones I'm going to take.
That's very cool. I do the same thing.
Yeah, I just like it. It's weird, but I just like doing that because I don't really take my Steam Deck a whole lot with me because it's not. I don't know. Retro's so pick up and playing fun. My Steam Deck, I got to make sure I have an internet connection. I make sure it's not for me. It's more mobile. Steam Deck's more in the house and around an internet connection. I love playing it when the TVs are being used. But my Evercade is what I take when I go anywhere for any length of time.
Yeah, now that I have the new hard case, it fits the 3 right there and the charging cable, so it's nice and neat.
I only need to take 1 or 2 carts. That's all I need. Because usually there's
For me,
one
when I
game
go
that
on
I
a
can
cruise,
spend an hour
like,
playing.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing any, like for me, I like to, I'm not bringing any electronic devices except like an older phone to take pictures.
Just
I
don't.
just put a. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna put your Evercade in the case, make sure it's turned off completely, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do that.
Mhm.
Save yourself a 3rd degree burn.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the worst burn? 1st degree. No, 3rd degree is the worst.
3rd degree.
burn.
Second degree. Split the difference.
Yeah.
I may bring my broken Evercade just for like taking pictures or like shorts or something. Be like, hey, here is the Evercade in the
You don't
bottom
take
or
your
something.
Evercade with you when you go on holiday or anything?
Not like
always
an evade. No. So like
Oh,
something like
yourself, the
where
Evercade effect.
well, so something like where I'm going like on a like not visiting fam, like I'm going on like a vacation like a cruise.
Mhm.
No, because I and this is my take. I feel like I can play video games at any time. Like I'm paying for the experience, and I want to like I want to escape and get
just
Me,
like
it's for
unplug.
when I'm on a plane where there's nothing to watch and I don't want to pay for entertainment, or if I'm about to go to bed and I got an hour to wind down at a hotel. That's when I play it. I don't play it any other time.
Yeah, that makes
I'm the
sense.
same way.
That makes sense.
In
But
fact,
sometimes But see, the funny thing though is like, so it depends, right? Like last Christmas, went to my brother-in-law's. Like when I didn't have my EXP, I brought my Steam Deck because we were there a few days. It was over Christmas. We were just kind of like, snowed in or whatever. But I think the other thing too, the going on a
Isn't he in
vacation.
Russia?
That's funny. No. We're not snowed in, but you know what I mean. Like it was like cold. For here in Texas, it was like colder, so we don't want to go outside. It made it colder.
Still, what makes me laugh? You guys get snow down in Texas. You're so far south in Canada.
Yeah, the weather's weird, man.
I think the other thing of it, like if I were to go, I think I would bring in, like if I had like the standard thing. So I think some of it is like I don't want to like be worried or like paranoid about the device if I'm going on vacation too. Especially like if you don't bring like your Namco collections or anything limited. I don't know. Maybe that's just also me and I'm weird.
Just buy 2 of them.
Sure.
To have a backup. That's
just buy 2 of everything.
Well, it's funny. That's what I want. Right now, I have 2 original Evercades. I have 2 Evercade VSs, and I've got 2 Evercade EXPs. Even though one of them I'm planning.
No
to put
comment. No comment.
Wow.
No comment.
What happens if I take it apart and I can't put it back together?
Yeah, I need my backup.
I think maybe if I bring something, maybe if like I just want to like my GBA just to like jump into Tetris or something, but the screen isn't as good and all that now that I've been spoiled. I don't know. So, but it's funny having these. But definitely, yeah. If I had to go on a plane, you betcha I would bring something to play on the plane for sure. Because that would be annoying. Is like the movies are usually crappy and all that. And, well, you do have your phones. There's only so much you can do on your phone.
Actually, I was somewhat tempted to try and find all the pegless versions of every cart because, like, the first 10 I have are. I didn't realize that they had them without the Peggy logo, like until like volume 12 or 13, and I got it from Amazon. I was like, wait a minute, I could get these without the big giant number on the cover.
Yeah. Well, I think the only 2 you can't get are the Namco 1 and 2.
Yes,
I could swear I saw a picture of one of those on eBay without the Peggy logo.
Oh, really?
I could swear I did. But I didn't buy it because they were asking an outrageous price for it.
Yeah, because those are the ones that were only sold in the UK. There was never like a US version due to licensing.
I swear, I didn't think the first 10 you could get without Peggy logo, but I saw them and somewhere, and I was like, oh.
Well,
it was an actual photo. It was.
I know the rest of them. Atari, Data East, Interplay, Megacat, and Pico, and Technos. They can all get non.
Well, here's the weird thing though. Because I bought the first Evercade I bought the Evercade Premium Pack, and I bought it off of Amazon US, and the 3 carts that came with it had the Peggy logo on it, even though it was Amazon US.
That's weird. That's really weird. But actually, I don't know. I think somewhere I might have a Peggyless, one of the 1 through 10s somewhere around here. But yeah.
Well, then I started calculating how much I'd actually spend by doing that, and I was like, no, never mind. It's not that important.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. Me too. Yeah.
Nice. I also just noticed that you're wearing a Torgo's Pizza shirt.
Yeah, Torgo's Pizza.
I appreciate that.
What's really funny is my cousin didn't understand the joke. And he's like, Torgo's Pizza, is that any good? And I said, I was looking at him like, yeah. He's like, oh, we should get that sometime. I was like, okay.
What I think of.
That's awesome.
I got a Castlevania collection shirt from the Scumbags Limited Run Games. That's already frayed after 3 washes.
Oh, that's sad.
3 washes. So I have to wear it as a pajama top now because I don't want to go out in public with my frayed piece of crap shirt from Limited Run Crap.
Oh,
that sucks.
That's a
sad.
Wait,
did I say Limited Run Crap? I meant Limited Run Garbage.
Limited Run Garbage.
They sent me an email the other day saying, hey, you haven't been to buying anything off our site. Kind of, what have you been? And I replied back, you suck.
Yeah, that's great. They do suck.
Take that feedback.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm like, you got the gall to reach out to me? I've still got pending orders with your scumbag company.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking, how many pending orders do I still have with them? Like, I still have stuff I ordered, like, I swear, like 2 years ago.
I should have said that. How about you ship the stuff from 2019 and 2020 to me, please? That would be real nice.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I tried to search going to the website, Limited
show.
Run Games, and I typed in Limited Run Names.
Limited Run Names.
But now I just typed in Limited Run Games.
Torgo is a Limited Run name.
Run games.
Oh Oh man, I didn't get much
Oh my
sleep last
God.
night.
I love this show because we all have very different personalities. Like,
Now I just typed in limited
and we all
drug
have
games.
bites. We all have a little bit of bite every now and then. We'll say we'll have bite.
It's the best.
So
Like I always say, I'm paying for your freaking service, not like you're giving it to me for free. It's like I'm actually giving you my money.
Oh, oh, fan and fiction with the question there.
Hey,
And
Phantom,
it's
my
Evercade,
boy.
and it's Evercade related.
hey, before that though, because when he said Torgo's Pizza, hold on a second.
What?
When he said that made me think of this.
Pete doesn't know
Yes.
where Torgo's Pizza
You know.
from.
Yes,
You know,
We have a place called Pizza Pete.
that is correct.
for the
Sir.
mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah, it's a Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing.
Ugh.
Here, I'll mute it because
But the joke is that
too distracted.
like,
wow, the master.
they
is
actually
away.
had Torg at the end of the episode. Torgo deliver them a pizza.
Yeah.
But what was funny was they forgot his drink, and he went to go back and get it. He came back like 5 episodes later with the drink, just out of nowhere.
That's the best.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But
That is
as
the
soon as you
best.
said Torgo, I was like,
Nice. That's a nice
okay,
one,
okay.
James.
Is this the related question? That was asking
Yes.
Rich what RPG you'll be working
This is
on
the
next?
related question. Yes, as we've finished one action RPG, we must go to another RPG, and this one's going to be a strategy RPG.
I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not gonna be yes or yees because you've
No.
already played an action RPG.
Yes.
Because I need someone to show me how to play the original yees. I have it, and I'm like,
Okay.
really lost in that game. I'm like,
I mean, I could do. We can go back to that one after this one.
because I don't want to do it. I'd rather watch Rich do it. I don't think I need to play Golden Axe Warrior anymore or Golden Axe because I've learned everything I want about the game from Rich. So
It's good. It's a
Yeah.
good time. I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved the
there you
experience
go.
too. But yeah, this is directly Evercade related. So the next one I'm doing is
Breath of Fire. Oh,
Canon.
Canon.
Canon. Going for
Nice.
Canon. I know that I did some
bit of a
research, and I know that
fun.
it's going to get really, really, really difficult at the end.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
No,
I mean,
no. Well, difficult for average people. I think you'll be fine, Rich. You're a pro, so
I mean, these games, I will bend them to my will, like if I have to. And,
You got
and
save states, so you're good.
yeah, there's
When you
also
start that,
I will use any and all opportunity to successfully complete the game as well. So
Rich, when you're doing the live, are you going to do that live? Like you record a bunch of shows with sometimes we go on there because I want to
Yeah.
go on there when you do that. Like,
Yeah,
if
sure.
I can, let me know and I'll join you just to keep you company while you're.
absolutely open door.
I might play
for
along with you
everyone.
on my Evercade.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'd love to do that. So yeah, that'll be the next game in the completion quest, as we were calling it.
I need to get back into it. I like that game. It gets very repetitive. Like because it's
Oh,
mainly
Canon.
well
That's
the
every
difference-
RPG from that era.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is that the
it's
one where
mainly
you move the guy
battle.
block by block?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay, I
it's
couldn't
like-
remember. There's okay.
Yeah,
I'll
chess
tell you-
kind of. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you why it's repetitive because you can't actually choose where to go and explore. Like
Mm.
it's linear. It's like go here, fight this battle, go here.
Yeah.
You know, you
'Cause,
can't.
yeah,
there's no shops or really
Mm.
as much. I mean, kind of you get equipment, but it's a very
I-
linear RPG.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'd like to go back and play that one because that was before
I am actually going to do it.
I
with
played through
Rich.
all the games.
Mm-hmm.
So we can make a segment if we all start at the same time, Rich. And next couple weeks we can talk about our experiences so far.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Which collection is it on again?
Pico 1,
Pico.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the tier
Yeah.
collection,
All right, I'm going to update my Evercade. I'm going to do that
Oh,
right
the
now.
one-
and-
the one I
Yeah,
never wanted to
I'm
go
excited.
legacy, but
This is
did.
awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
Put
really
it
awesome.
together,
awesome.
but not because they don't have online multiplayer on this system.
Not yet.
And now that I have my replacement cards from Blaze, it'll actually fit in my EXP without me getting my fingers jammed.
There you go. Yeah, it's good.
All right.
It's good.
I just
Oh,
bought a
my
whole bunch of
butter.
Dremel tools. I'll just
Look.
Dremel my cartridges down to size.
It slides in like butter.
So Jason
We
feels like
can't
he's
look. We
missing-
can't see it. We can
missing
only
out.
hear it.
Well, so the thing I think with RPG, it depends like what type of gamer. And RPGs, like the good ones, are like very like story driven. Like
Yeah.
if you can get like into the if you can get into the story,
Mhm.
then I think it's good. But like, if you don't like story as much, then something like a Zelda that kind of fills that gap because you're you know, well, you're talking
Yeah, at
to
least there's
people.
action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. It's
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. The other thing too is, um, I like sometimes I really like the game mechanics for whatever reason. Even though it was limiting, they only did it because the hardware was limiting to them. The turn-based battle systems, where you can take time to think and then go through your menus and then try to select whatever and then really take your time in the battles. Sometimes whatever it is about that, I like that kind of strategy. So I really gravitated towards just the gameplay side of it too. But then I wound up finding out that there's some great RPGs that have fantastic stories. So like you can basically have this giant, visual novelization play out while you're doing the battles. So it's kind of cool.
For me, investment in characters, right? Like, for those of you who played I don't know, just real quick, like the Super Nintendo version of like Final Fantasy 3. For me, it got you because they had these things called espers, and people were like using were like using them for their own magic, and you kind of felt sorry for them. And then and that was one of the few games where halfway through you get everybody, and you can split into multiple parties. And then they have like mysterious characters like Shadow. Like if you don't care about him, do the wrong thing, he goes away, never comes back. So they did that really well, like caring about the characters, caring about the story, and then of course the ability to customize and get and all that stuff is kind of what it's about.
Final Fantasy, all you really need to know is that's the game where you can suplex a ghost train.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Phantom. It's like you're playing through an epic novel. Exactly. And also too, like I played it in years, but like I love Dungeons and Dragons and that type of thing. So that's kind of like the closest, like.
Well, the best one on Evercade to try so far.
Wait, what's a good one to try?
The one on Pico 1.
RPG.
What's the other one on Pico 1?
You know what I would say? I would say
Brave Battle Saga.
Yes, Brave Battle Saga. Yes.
If you don't want to spend a whole lot of time, you can play Dadius, and you can play over and over
you
and
can finish
over
it
again.
in 45 minutes.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
but can you find out?
It's more
it's the
like
kind of game where you try and find all the endings.
Yeah, I think there's 40-something endings, right, Crow?
Yeah, so I don't know how many endings there are. I just know that every time I played it, I got a different ending.
That one's more like, it's almost like more like walking simulator adventure game than RPG, because there really isn't any battle system to go for. But if you're looking
there's
for
no battle set,
dude, Breath of Fire.
But it is an RPG. You can almost argue that. If you could almost argue that every game is an RPG in one form.
Right. But in the traditional sense, if you're looking for something that was like a Dragon Warrior, like a Final Fantasy, like a ... Brave Battle on Pico 1 is something to check out, and Breath of Fire on if you have any XP.
You have the
Fire,
EXP for Breath of Fire. What was the other one? There was Canon. Brave Battle Saga is the one you mentioned.
Yeah.
Is there more RPGs? Isn't there?
Yeah, there are. They're on renovation.
Oh yeah, the renovation. Yeah, don't play those.
Yeah.
Don't play Traja
first.
Don't play Traja.
No, that's about.
Yeah, I mean, it's I love RPGs.
Oh yeah, Dragon. No, don't play that one either.
Dragon's all right. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Yeah, try Breath of Fire because you might actually enjoy the battle system there too.
What's that other one on Pico that reminds me a lot of like Zelda 2? Oh, what's the?
Oh, Anguna.
Yeah,
that's on Indie Heroes, isn't it?
That's not Indie Heroes, but
that's a good one too. But there's that other one that's on
Anguna's
Pico.
great.
We're like, I say it's like Zelda 2 because you walk through the towns like that. Then
Zelda 2.
Person view of the map.
Dragon View?
Yes, Dragon View. I need to go back to
that's Dragon View. Dragon View is actually Draken 2. It's the sequel to Draken. It's actually called Super Draken in Japan.
Oh, that's awesome.
That one's fantastic because it's kind of like a hybrid between the two.
Yeah, very cool.
And the overworld is almost exactly the same on the two games, where it's like 3D, weird 3D.
Nice. So, besides that, since we've reached final thoughts, what has everyone got going on?
I got
on
this.
The channels.
Like a little stand for the Evercade.
Oh, awesome!
Oh,
did you get that from
Etsy?
Etsy from was it Jelly Bean?
Yeah, probably. That sounds familiar.
What do you got?
One with this one is because it looked like there was a space under where I could plug it in on the bottom, and sure
enough,
I got
Friend of the
I got the
channel.
Capcom one
Because I have
from
this
360.
45-degree angle thing, and I could plug that in, and
Oh,
so
okay.
if it works like that, so you can see I have plenty of room.
Oh, that's
there.
awesome.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
that is
cool.
really cool.
Yeah,
I got the Capcom one from Jollibee.
Yeah, I still have to order. I still have to order mine. I feel
I
bad.
got the black one too, so I've got two for my black and my white.
I have one of the OG ones. The red and orange, or I'm sorry, the red and white for the OG handheld. It's actually still up here somewhere.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right, we
very,
done?
very cool.
Are we done, everyone? Chat, are we done?
Oh yeah. We're just.
I don't know. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, no, we've reached the tease your stuff. If you have anything to tease.
Oh. Who's
Yeah,
gonna
and
go
I
first?
showed like the Ardu Boy thing. That's the Ardu Boy. So I'll
Yeah.
probably try and make a video on this because I haven't made
That's
a video on the Ardu Boy since like 2016, I think.
Dude, Retro Rob did a ton of videos on that. That's how I first heard about that crazy device.
Oh, actually, there's a mini Ardu Boy coming out. So there's an Ardu
Oh.
Boy smaller than this one coming out.
Jason has a good question. What do we reckon the next two cards will announce will be? I think May, when they do their May announcement.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
General
Yes.
Ford are going to announce a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
And then I would say, and as far as what they are, so we got a computer and an arcade, and then we're waiting on a console and another computer collection.
Yep.
So I would say definitely an arcade collection, and possibly a second computer collection.
Or
That
native.
would be me. Arcade and computer, because then you'd get. Or did they reach 10 already?
Or dual cart, some type of.
Or dual cart? Yeah. That would be kind of cool. They did say that those were on the horizon, at least one, I think, for the dual carts. That would be kind of cool.
What I still really want, and I wonder if Blaze will still do that. I still want them to come out with a single game cart and go all out. Like have it be something that's totally worthy. Have the instruction booklet be dedicated to it. Just have it be. It doesn't have. It could be native or not, but just something that, would totally blow our minds. Like Donut Dodo was kind of close to that. But
Yeah, I would probably say it would be like something a little more. I would say as far as a one game card, it'd be like something more substantial. So you'd want to have like something you could put like serious hours in. Donut Dodo is awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to put 50 hours in Donut Dodo just to have it on one card though. Yeah, which one? I'm glad it's on Indie Heroes 3, right?
Yeah, it's not one of those games that I think would be good enough for a cart.
I mean, Dead Cell with the DLCs.
I don't want that, and I'll tell you because I don't think it could all fit. Seriously.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a kind of game that gets updated a lot. Like it's not static. Like I feel, but something like the Crypt of the Necrodancer, yes, if they could fit that with all the DLC, maybe something like that, because I don't know if that's still being updated, and that would.
Gremlin 2.
Yeah, no, Gremlin 3.
Yeah, just skip Gremlin 2, like Troll.
Yes.
Crypt of the Necrodancer pinball. That's actually a thing.
It is a thing.
Yeah. But see, even something like Vampires, like those games constantly will continually be updated. So I don't want a static version of that.
Yeah.
But see, like Miami 1 and 2 and Evercade, like that would work.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would.
Man, all sorts of stuff.
That would totally work.
It's just like
I wonder if they're saying that as to annoy Ed.
I mean, that's. I mean,
you know what? At this point, I actually would look forward to a Gremlin 2 cart because it's just like when you look at something ironically, like it'd be like the meme cart. Like
if they come out with the Gremlins 2, they should call it the next batch.
That's right. Yes, 100%.
You know what?
And then it should all be have 3 games. They're all Zool 2. That's it.
Who knows? Maybe I might be like something on there that's still kind of like that one.
That's true though. No, you're there could be some really cool games. And a lot of people said when they first came out that they would rather a lot of other Gremlin games from Amiga or elsewhere, the computer collections, because those games were actually a little different and played better and that kind of thing. So
yeah,
for sure.
We could definitely get a computer.
Everybody, I've got to go.
Oh, Pete, I put the
plug,
link.
Plug stuff.
I
Oh,
don't know if you
same
caught
thing.
it, but I put the link to that monitor in the chat. I don't know if you caught it.
Oh, I didn't. No.
Okay, I'll put it again.
Put it in. Yeah.
Plug
Okay.
your stuff.
There.
Or put it in Discord or something. But anyway, yeah, same thing on my channel. All kinds of stuff. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.
See you, Pete.
Oh,
So-
so Sean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught the beginning of this, but the Ed was wrong segment. But no, I was just telling everyone I did appreciate like how you reached out to me on Discord about like the mini HDMI, that it's not the Evercade. It works on TVs. It's a weird like OBS thing. But anyways, rewatch that first part of the segment because I
Yeah.
I told what I just. All right, well, what do you got? What do you got going on your channel?
So a whole bunch of stuff, including the first time I've ever done this. I recorded yesterday a Fun for Five for an Atari VCS game that released actually yesterday. I have to re-record that video. And the reason why I have to re-record the video is because I don't want to actually put out the content that was in the game that I played, because it was just so wild. So for the very first time, I'm going to do another Fun for Five, but I actually won't show the game. I will just talk about the experience because it just has to be seen to be believed for those of you that want to go and buy that game. But I will not. I just can't. I just can't do it. So that's thing one. I've got another thing that actually hasn't been done on the channel in a long time. And that's I'm going to unbox a board game, which is cool. I just got it on Kickstarter, so I'm going to do a Team RTFC video. We're going to do an unbox of that Fun for Zero.
Fun for Zero.
So yeah, right. But yeah, Ballistic Coffee Boy knows what I'm talking about. And then Friday, big tease for everybody that is a channel visitor. A premiere will happen on a new series that those in the Good Times Club have been able to view and see for the past 2 days now. So that series will launch next Friday. And I cannot wait to get that out because then I can like literally just start doing more of them. And I'm very, very excited. So that's what I've got going on. So,
Excellent. And then I know we'll have a calling all retro gamers next week.
That's right.
And we may have a special guest for that.
It's possible. It's possible. We gotta wait. I gotta wait to hear back from some peoples, but maybe.
Cool.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
What do you got going on, Crow?
Well, I'm streaming tomorrow. Looks like the winning game. It was Mutant Football League. So I'll be playing Mutant Football League tomorrow, which I may have accidentally put on the poll as Mutant League Football because I thought it had the same name. So I hope nobody's expecting me to play the Genesis version. This is the updated version this is the one from 2017 on Steam. Mutant, because I thought it was called Mutant League Football, but it's actually Mutant Football League because I think it can't be the same name. So actually, I've booted that game up before, and it looks really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. And on Wednesday, as usual, I'll be streaming pinball. There's a poll up for that, so I can't remember what the options are for that, but one thing, and I think I'm finally done streaming on Steam for a while. So I did that 6 times, so now I have more time to actually look into the Evercade Indie Heroes collection, and maybe tomorrow I'll make a video for that mod chip for the Ardu boy. If I have time. Nice. If I don't, I will do it later sometime then. But I'm looking forward to that because that's an upgrade I think really needed, I think.
Dude, Mutant League football, Mutant League hockey, dual cart. Oh my god, that.
Oh yeah. Then that opens the door for all the electronic arts stuff.
Yes,
that would be cool.
I love
because I'd like to see haunting with Poltergeist. If we're talking about Genesis EA games.
Nice.
I think hockey might have been a little bit. I think that was the one I might have liked a little bit more, but they were still both fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I guess speaking of plugs, sure, RMGB TV, cool. He created a Namco 2 video, yeah. So go ahead and check that.
Get on over there.
Go ahead and check that
I gotta
out.
put that on my list.
Heck yeah. So what do I got going on? Well, definitely. I mean, so today should be getting the next 2 collections, probably the C64 2 before Topolin 2. You know, that'll definitely be next week. I don't know on Karg, since it's my birthday weekend, if I'll put out a video for tomorrow. But I do have the next indie game that I'm going. It's another one that I got on sale. And actually, so it's going to be a combination of kind of a review or will it play, inspiration from Pete or whatever. But I think that'll be a fun one. I think that might have to come out next week or so. But
Nice.
yeah, really looking forward to diving next to Evercade collections. I think just like opening them, and we'll see. As I always talk about, like the curse of the YouTuber. Maybe I ought to do what Rich does, just do an unboxing video and like look at them, and then that way that you can record your footage and play whenever.
That's it. Yeah.
That was actually needed. Oh, also too, for those of you who haven't seen, what was it, like your last video of 2? He did a different angle of his studio, which is really cool. So you get to see like where his Evercade collection was and the Halloween sign and all that.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen bits and pieces, and I've seen you like pull out stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. It was cool seeing your view, and I'm like, oh, your Evercade is right there. I'm like, you're even having to stack stuff sideways now. You're like running a bit. Yeah, I like that. I like that angle. It was kind of like neat, like Inception, because we could also like see like either Adobe Premiere or OBS.
Yeah, my OBS was on, so yeah, you can see both angles of the
Yeah. I like that. That's the angle you should use. No, but I like that. It was, and you can actually see your mic too. I was like, oh yeah, he actually has like a really cool, like mic and all that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a the model I've used since the very first time I ever did a podcast. But a different mic, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah,
coolness. All right, so I think that's it. Before I play the outro, any clips you want to play, Crow?
Yeah, but I don't have a link to it, so.
Oh, sub to all of our channels if I forgot to say that. And if you're not subbed to me, of course. That's awesome. Of course, you're going to want to, so you don't miss another episode of Evercast if you just found us here on the interwebs, because we do this on a weekly basis. And in the description below, we've got everybody's channels. Make sure you're subbed to all our channels so you find out all the Evercade awesomeness. Because
I don't like your subs. They give me the diarrhea.
I was hoping you'd play that. As Pete said before, we all have very differing opinions on all things. So just because one of us has breaking news on something, you want to check out the other friends' channels, because we each have different takes, and then we gather each week where we debate. Where we have a friendly chat. So.
That's right.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll that outro. As always, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye.
See ya.